Happy Sunday, single mamas. So I meant to post earlier than this. I've had a very busy weekend with my little boy. We did soccer on Saturday morning. Then he hung out with his dad until around 2. Then we played at the house when he got back. And then I took him for hibachi for the first time, which he loved. He thought it was the coolest thing ever. Then today we got up. It was kind of chilly here. We went for a little hike, actually, which was really nice. Then after that, we came home and got a snack. We went to another park and hung out there and did a little hike. Let him play in the playground there some. He did at the first place too. Then we ate some lunch. Then we went over to a little pub garden that I go to, and I had a beer, and he played outside and just did his thing. And then we got back here at, I don't know, like 3:30 or 4, and I was like thoroughly fucking exhausted. And I guess my question is this: how do you spend that time that you used to spend as a family unit? Because I had a really, really tough time for a long time. This weekend and last weekend is probably one of the first weekends that I've actually been able to do stuff and stay busy. And it's hard, you know, because you always feel you got to spend money, and that's tough too. Last weekend I took him to Carowinds, which is an amusement park not too far from us here in North Carolina. And we had a season pass to that. But it's hard when you spend all that time as a family unit and then have to do it on your own. It's sad sometimes. I look around and I see other families together, and I wish that my family was whole. For a very long time, whenever I would try to look for things on the weekend and get bored, I would literally blow up my ex's text, like blow up his phone once again with like, why did you do this? Why did you leave us? This is so hard. How can I do this? You know, looking for comfort in the person that wasn't going to comfort me. So I think these past couple of weekends have actually been good for me, because it's the first time that I haven't done that. That haven't been like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing with her? You know, because it's been really hard for me to let go of that aspect. And one of the reasons I say that is this isn't something that I've been separated since January and haven't seen him again. He's continuously moved back in and back out. He lived in our house until September 9th. And that day we actually came home from a beach trip. We had family time together, feeling that we were back together doing our thing, trying to make life work. And then he went to the store or went to run an errand, and I called him, and the other woman answered his phone, and it was still going on. So it was another big smack in the face. So I had to once again pick myself up, and I finally told him to leave that time. It was my decision. I didn't beg him to stay. I told him to leave. But that being said, the point is that we had stuff we did. You know, you have a routine as a family. You have things you do on Saturdays and Sundays, whether it's watch movies together, be in the yard together, make dinner together. And I think that's a really tough spot for moms. If you're brand new going through it, don't worry. I freaked the fuck out, like cried, freaked out, did not know what to do with myself. And I still don't. I still wake up and kind of have to make a plan and search for things to do. And if I find I have too much downtime, it's hard. Which right now, that's tough too, because I'm just getting over bronchitis. So it's exhausting. And I don't want to make myself sicker. But if that's what I have to do right now to fill time and space so that I'm not constantly like, you know, sitting just bored, like, okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Then so be it, right? It's more productive than me sitting there and focusing on the past or texting my ex or, you know, all that crap. So yeah, I guess my question for you mamas is, how did you tackle that? What did you do? Are you still having problems with that? I'm sure some weekends will be good and some will be hard. Coming up on the holidays is very daunting for me. I really don't know how I'm going to handle that. I'm very much like had traditions, family, holiday stuff, and that's going to be difficult. And then we're still in this weird limbo because he speaks to me all the time, and I feel like he's half in, half out, and I need to make it done and him just be out at this point. So yeah, so what do you do? How do you handle these things? What do you do on your weekends? Do you stay bored? Do you want any ideas from me to what I do on the weekend? I just keep moving, just keep going. I take a lot of pictures of my little boy, do a lot of new things together that we would not have done before alone. And I always thought I couldn't do these things alone. I'd be like, oh, I can't do that alone. This is stuff his dad should be there for. Like his first roller coaster ride last week, I was like, oh, before I'd be like, his dad come there. I'm like, you know what? No, I'm taking you for your first roller coaster ride, and we're gonna have a fucking good time. And hibachi. just little things like that, like to take him to do it. And at first, you know, it is hard getting over the fact of you want them to be there, but just be in the moment with them in their little first moments and enjoy it and revel that you have that. You know, that's good. I'm not saying like rub it in someone's face that you have that, but it's nice that you have that. You're not going to stop all these first things from happening because you feel like there's a puzzle piece missing. You do it yourself. So that's been really cool. Took him his first little hike today. He's 3.5. Never really hiked anywhere, but we went on a trail, did a hike. We've done a corn maze. We've done a lot of cool stuff. So October, as it's been weird because it's holiday time and there's been some things I really wish his father was here for. At the same point, it's been cool because we now have new things. So if we're on this road together alone for a while, my son and I, then we have our own traditions. Now next year we can be like, hey, remember the corn maze? Let's go do the corn maze. And that's like our thing. So if we want to invite friends, we can. So I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope you made it through. I hope you found stuff to do. I hope you're not lonely and heartbroken somewhere. Maybe you're beyond this. Maybe you're 2 years into being a single mom. Maybe you have a new love and a new family, and you can tell me how it is to do that stuff with another person now, incorporating them into your traditions that you have made with your kid. So I'd love to hear. Drop a note in the comments, click a like. I will post from time to time. Thanks for joining me. You're loved. Have a great weekend.